Marvel is releasing a prequel comic to their upcoming animated show, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, and it'll be coming out in December. The first issue, I believe, it's just a mini series. It's not going to be an ongoing. And yeah, I this is interesting because obviously the show is going to. I mean, the cartoon is going to be. He's already going to be Spider-Man in the show, so they're not going to touch on his origin and whatnot, and that's why they can do a prequel. Um, I'm not sure how I feel about this idea. If you look at some of the artwork, it looks weird as well. So I'm kind of curious what you guys think. Don, did you look at the article? Did you look at the artwork? What did you kind of think of this?
Yeah, I think that these sorts of things are actually really cool. Um,
Okay.
I could see maybe some people being frustrated because they don't want to go out and get a comic. They may not even know about this comic till it's too late. And so they may
Right.
feel ripped off a little bit because, there's parts of the story that they didn't know about and it's in a comic. Again, I mean, maybe
Yeah.
they don't want to read a comic or didn't know to do it. Uh, but on the other side of that coin, I really enjoyed right before The Force Awakens came out. They came out with a 4-part miniseries for Star Wars. And I think it was called Shattered Empire Road to Force Awakens. And
Okay.
that was actually a 4-part miniseries where you could see the Luke Skywalker we all wanted to see, right? Like badass, just
Hmm.
rolling up, taking out a whole Star Destroyer with the stormtroopers to extract 2 Force trees. One he keeps, and the other one he gives to Poe Dameron's parents, which explains why he's
Ah,
such a badass pilot because he grew up next to a Force tree, which means he is very Force sensitive. Now, unfortunately, they did not
interesting.
explore that as much as I would have liked in the movies, but because I read that series, I knew exactly why he could basically do whatever he wanted inside of an X-wing because he is a very force sensitive pilot. But again, you don't know that if you didn't read that series. So it's a double-edged sword. Someone like me, I like that stuff. You like Star Wars, you like comics, comic book movies, and the actual comics they come from. Great stuff as long as you know it's there. Um, but some of the normies might not exactly like it, and they may not
Hmm.
ever even know about it. So that's why ultimately I'm for something like this. I think it's pretty cool. Hey, Kassan.
Okay.
Yeah, because
What did you think, John? Did you have any thoughts on this, or you're not a Marvel guy? I know, but
yeah, but I like the more interesting stuff. This could be This could be interesting. It gets tricky. Release you reveal something in here, then something a scene in the movie relies on that, and you have to walk the tightrope of you know you make it just good enough that the people who read the prequel are like, oh yeah, that's the thing, and at the same time the people watching the movie are like, oh, that's interesting, you know. So I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it
I
as long as they're not like Marvel's problem right now is they were forcing us to watch the movies and then the shows and this and that the other thing, and they're putting out too much, you know. So
right.
we'll see.
Wait, this is an animated series that is totally separate from the MCU. So I think that's one of the things I'm looking forward to is watching the Spider-Man cartoon where I don't have to worry about what's going on and with Tony Stark and the Avengers and all that crap. Um, I think it's a little weird because everyone knows Spider-Man's origin, right? Like from the comics, it's he gets bit by a spider. His uncle gets killed. He doesn't stop. He doesn't stop a robber. That robber kills his uncle, and then he his sense of responsibility. He becomes a superhero. Like it's been done 1,000 times in 1,000 different ways. And
And
the
it,
idea of elongating his origin, it just seems weird to me. But again,
hmm.
unless there's like some, I know nothing about the series other than it's a Spider-Man cartoon separated from the MCU. I don't know. Like, is there going to be something in the show where, like, let's say he's already established and his main villain is Doc Ock, and it's like, well, what's going on? Like, this might explain how he became a thorn in Doc Ock's side, and too much rum, and that's why they're they're adversaries in the show. Okay, fine, but like, it was also weird because he's wearing these. He's got this backpack with these hoses attached to his web shooters. Like, what is that about? That was weird. He's got these really big web shooters on, and he's almost in like street clothes with his mask on too, with knee pads. I'm just like, I want to do something different with Spider-Man, and here's my opportunity to do it. It's detached from anything else in the past, which I get, and I applaud a different approach to the character, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm definitely going to read it.
They're just showing the evolution of his technology, you know?
Yeah, I know, but I find it weird when somebody approaches any character. I don't care if it's Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, Green Lantern, whatever, and all of a sudden they want to try to come up with a real scientific explanation of why his web shooters work. Let's be honest. That's technology that could never exist in the real world. Not as far as we know, right? Like, this idea of this liquid that he shoots out becomes a solid, becomes a string strong enough to hold him while he swings through the city, let alone web up bad guys and all that other stuff that he does with this incredible stuff he does with this webbing. It's not possible. So I don't need a scientific explanation to try to make it seem like it's possible. Like, I'm just enjoying the character and the crazy things he's doing, you know? But we'll see. I mean, I'll read it. I know I'll read it because it's Spider-Man.
It's just always, and maybe I'm just a boomer curmudgeon, but it's always a red flag when I want to put my own spin on the character. I don't know, man. That more often than not does not produce great results. But yeah, I'll stay open-minded because you're right. They could just be showing an evolution as long as they get there.
Yeah, I'm sure, because I mean, at this point it's animation. That show is done. It's in the can. They probably showed it to the guys writing the comics to say, okay, now come up with a story that explains how he got to this point where the show starts. So I hope it's good.
Two things. One, to Kassan's thing about me forcing the rest of you guys to watch Arcane to the second season when it comes out. I hope so, because the trailer looks freaking awesome, and if they continue the storyline, it's gonna be great. The other thing about Spider-Man, there was talk about Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse is now delayed until 2027.
Yeah,
Jeff Snyder came out and said that they had actually scrapped. He used the word scrapped most of the existing work. He later came out and retracted that, though he does say that there are creative differences behind the scenes about the script. Leave it to Hollywood to screw up one of the best things we've ever gotten.
Yeah, so I didn't include the articles because there's so much still going on with it. I wanted to wait till they figure it out, because at the end of the day, Sony's going to sit down and say, no, this is what we want you to do. We want it out by this date. Make it happen. And
well, it's already in production. I mean,
right.
The sheer amount of animation on that show is unbelievable. And they were saying it was supposed to be out of May this year. That didn't happen, of course. And then 2025, and now they're saying 2027. So who knows what shenanigans are going on behind the scenes now. And I don't know why they would ruin like the best moneymaker they've got. But
thanks for watching this clip from the Superhero Speak podcast. And don't forget to watch us live every Sunday night right here on this channel.
While you're here, hit the subscribe button and click the bell for notifications so you won't miss out on any of our great upcoming content.
Speaking of content, don't forget to check out our website, superheroespeak.com, where you can find the podcast, links to our social media, merch, comic reviews, and so much more. That's superheroespeak.com.
Thanks for watching, and don't let your cape be caught in the door. See you next time.